All right, so this is where I lost all respect for Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club's political interviews. Don't want to see any political interviews anymore. So this is from when Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders were running for president back in 2016. I just want y'all to pay attention to the tone difference between the two interviews and the line of questioning. Let's get right into it.
It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne The God. We are the Breakfast Club, and we have a special guest with us this morning.
And let the record show, when she walked in, I gave her a handshake, and she did it the right way. She brought it in, cuffed it, and everything.
So we can already see the BS bubbling. Yo, Hillary, she's black. She do the black handshake, trying to humanize her. But let's see, did they give Bernie that same grace? Did they try to blackify Bernie Sanders?
Yes. And then she ended like this.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a lot of time, so let's get to it.
Oh, Hillary Clinton, yo, we acclimating you. We doing the handshake. See everybody, she's cool with the black folks. See, she can do it. Bernie Sanders, it's like, yo, we ain't even got that much time, so let's get right into it.
She told us about a fun game of dominoes. She slammed the dominoes down on the table and screamed, "Dominoes, mother effers."
This is disgusting, man. Yo, she played dominoes too, y'all, and she eat fried chicken.
She said she played dominoes.
I did. I played dominoes. I did win, but I didn't rub it.
And she doesn't talk like this. I did. And I'm from the South, y'all, and yeah, yeehaw. You don't talk like that, bro. She trying to do her black accent.
I didn't rub it in, so.
Well, why do you think Hillary is connecting more with African Americans than you are right now?
So with Bernie, they're getting right into, yo, why is Hillary connecting more with black voters? First of all, it's a leading question. How do you know she's connecting more with black voters? Do the polls say that? But they asked them about stats, some stats they seen. Let's see, at this point of the interview, this is about the second or third question. What are they asking Hillary? Policy, maybe?
Now, historically, you've always worn pantsuits.
Yes, well,
yes,
I have historically. Yes.
Is it true Steve Harvey's been your inspiration?
What?
For the pantsuit?
Let's talk about undocumented immigrants in this country.
They talking about Steve Harvey with Hillary Clinton. They talking about pantsuits. So obviously, and I'm gonna let it rock after this, I'm gonna just chime in here and there. When you have these two politicians on your station, you're giving them your audience, basically. There should not be this much bias, apparent bias, right? There's obviously a bias. Bernie, they getting right to the questions. Hillary, though, they're trying to humanize her. They're trying to make her palatable to black people. Oh yeah, you play dominoes, you eat fried chicken, you did the handshake, you like Steve Harvey. This is doing a disservice to your audience. You're not supposed to present this much bias. Really, you should be asking the politicians the questions. Policy, what are you as a politician gonna do for my community? And then you let your people decide. You let your listeners decide. Instead of leading them into, no, y'all, we love Hillary, so y'all should love Hillary. This is doing a disservice to your audience.
What do you think should happen with that? Now, we've heard the very popular Donald Trump saying that he wants to build a wall. What would you say?
I wanted to know, my anniversary is coming up shortly. 15 years.
15 years.
How did Bill propose to you?
No policy yet.
Okay, how much time do we have?
You rubbed your hair like right now.
I think with a lot of African
Disgusting.
Americans, they really believe that Barack Obama would stand with us more when it came to Ferguson and it came to the riots. They felt like he wasn't there. They felt like he was the president and he wasn't there. Are you going to stand with the African American people?
We've had hearty discussions. A lot of black people feel like they don't trust you because you mispronounced Beyonce's name.
So y'all see what's happening here. Y'all see what's happening here.
94, we talked about this yesterday. You voted for the crime bill that Hillary's getting a lot of flack for. That put a lot of black people in jail.
Yeah.
And you had reasons for that.
Look.
So they're asking Bernie Sanders about the crime bill, which he did vote for, true. Joe Biden designed the bill. Bernie Sanders voted for it, as did Hillary. But notice how they're not going to ask Hillary about the crime bill. Why not? This is the same election cycle. Why not ask her this question? Did Hillary's team say, don't ask her these questions? These type of questions?
The real issue with that is that the new dance was to run off on the plug twice.
You ever done that?
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that
So
is.
this is what the Breakfast Club thinks that they listeners want to hear. Hillary should do the Birdman hand rub. She plays dominoes. We let her know plies run off on the plug twice. Is this what you think of your audience? This is what you think we want to hear out of our political interviets, man?
And
Are
she's
you
not
guys
going to
gonna
do
show
no.
me?
Kind of like cardio. You stand up.
Oh, cardio. I do
Run in
cardio.
place.
Vomit inducing.
Yeah, I can run in place.
What were the positives of you compromising yourself for that bill, for the 94 bill?
Still grilling them.
Well, not the crime bill. Because in your words, you said you compromised. Well, when you vote.
Yeah, I don't pay a lot of attention.
Right. I feel you, girl. If he has a criminal record, can he get in the White
I
House?
have one. I'm a super predator. I used to be.
Oh, well, I'm glad you refined
Yeah.
yourself.
So this is something that Charlamagne could have asked Hillary. Hillary notoriously called black folks super predators. Instead of asking her, why did you call us super predators? What did you mean by that? He makes a joke out of it and moves on. Why is that a joke?
Now, you was in Brooklyn last night.
Yeah.
You didn't say rest in peace to Biggie Smalls or shout out Jay-Z. Why not?
Yeah.
You mentioned the super predator
Yeah.
thing. You know, we've had discussions about that. I don't know if the phrasing isn't what bothers me. I think what bothers me is when people talk about super predators but don't address the system.
So instead of asking her, so to Charlamagne's credit, he did bring up the super predators thing, but instead of asking her why she said that, he doesn't even grill her on it. You know, mind you, they're grilling Bernie Sanders. Why did you compromise yourself when you voted for that bill? You said you compromised it. Why would you do that? He says, you know, super predators, I actually didn't mind that. I don't mind you calling me that. I just don't like the system. Softball questions. This almost seems like a paid interview.
That created the
I
super
agree with
predators.
that.
When
I
you talk
agree
about
with
the Nixon, you got the aid from the Nixon administration who said the war on drugs was a war on blacks. Or the Reagan administration, even the crime bill that you signed. Like, we got to address the system. How do we hold
Crime bill that you signed. Why not ask her about it like you just asked Bernie? Oh, no, you signed the crime bill. You called it super predators, but the system though. No, why are you not holding her accountable? I'm gonna let it rock.
the system accountable for that?
You mentioned the drug laws. Now, the drug laws are so sturdy. I mean, you could get more time for selling drugs or possessing drugs than actually killing somebody.
Yeah,
That's
smaller amounts.
and that's mostly African American and minority community.
Are you going to tell the truth about aliens?
So they're asking Bernie immigration, drug laws. So they have the ability to ask these type of questions. It's not like they're dumb. Hillary, yo, what do you think about aliens? Yo, why you didn't say Beyonce name right? You was in Brooklyn. Did you shout out Biggie and Jay-Z?
We're not going to the White House now, thanks.
You talk about the money that you're gonna create. Is this gonna go directly to the black community?
We appreciate you.
Fair question.
No more questions?
They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot
Just-
sauce.
Oh man, the stupidity is far too evident. I don't even need to say anything. And this almost looks like a scripted question. Like when Charlamagne says, "Yo, Hillary's team gave us the finger to wrap up. They told us to wrap up." Angelique, she kind of like, okay, I need to ask my question that they told me to ask her before the interview ends. Oh, what do you keep in your bag? Like it's like a little moment of like panic or urgency when she realizes I didn't ask her the golden question that they told me to ask her yet. Watch.
No more questions?
They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot
Just-
sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot sauce. Because you know them blacks love hot sauce. This is how we going to get their vote. And sadly, this actually works on a lot of black people. Hillary Clinton says she love hot sauce. Oh, girl, she love hot sauce. I'm voting for it.
Well, people say that what the things you want to implement is gonna cost like $18 trillion.
Well,
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
And this very sitting here right now who make a good amount of money say, well, I love Bernie Sanders, but the only problem I have is that he's going to raise taxes and
They're asking Bernie about taxes. They're asking Bernie, as you should, though. As you should.
that affects our tax bracket.
Hot sauce in my bag, Swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I
yes.
just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Is it working? Yeah, I don't got to do anything but, talk about hot sauce and fried chicken with y'all. That's how we going to get y'all vote. And she did get the black vote. Luckily, she didn't become president, but she did get, like, this works on black people. Like, this actually works. So to her credit, she's doing what works with, our voter base. It's like when Joe Biden said, yo, if you don't vote for me, you not black. This is her. If you don't vote for me, you not black. And when Joe Biden said that, he said it to Charlamagne. He said it on this same platform. So these politicians these Democrats feel comfortable enough to come and play in y'all face like this because y'all create that environment. Let's see that again.
I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
You laugh it off. Man, let me get to the end of this.
Well, Obama started the My Brother's Keeper initiative also. Do you have some initiatives that once you get there right away you plan on? This is one of the first things.
yeah.
So they asking Bernie what they should be asking him. What are your initiatives? What are you gonna do with your taxes? Tax situation, et cetera, et cetera. Hillary Clinton, Yo, how did Bill propose to you? Do you got hot sauce in your purse? Why didn't you say Beyonce name right? Did you shout out Biggie and Jay-Z? So it's this type of thing that like I said earlier, when you have the Breakfast Club's voter base, like their listener base, rather, is why these politicians want to come on these platforms. Black vote, it's like the equivalent of going to like AIPAC, of a politician going to AIPAC, which I believe is Jewish. Like you get to speak directly to that community. For the Breakfast Club to have this type of listener base and knowing the type of platform they have, to give Hillary Clinton such a terrible interview. Basically, they're trying to humanize Hillary Clinton. It's almost like the Breakfast Club, like they were told to endorse her. It's not out of the realm of possibility. The Breakfast Club, they're part of iHeartMedia. These huge conglomerates pour into political campaigns. They lobby. So it could have been a call from the top like, yo, we're on Hillary's side. Hillary and Bernie were both Democrats. We're on Hillary's side. So make sure y'all butter her up real well. And it's almost like they told Breakfast Club, they told Angela, be sure to ask her about the hot sauce. Because we know this is what you niggas care about. We want her to say she got to keep hot sauce in her purse. You know it's a Beyonce lyric. Don't ask her about the super predators. Don't ask her about the crime bill. Charlamagne, he referenced it, but there was no question about it. It's not like he doesn't know about it. He asked Bernie about it. So this is so disrespectful to the Breakfast Club's listener base, the black and brown communities, who they are pushing this politician onto. They're pushing her onto it. And my thing with Charlamagne, I don't know why, because you'll see CNN, they'll bring on Charlamagne, Fox News. I don't know why they are bringing Charlamagne on like he's a political aficionado. Nowadays, he tries to have Tesla and Figaro there. He tries to have certain people who know more than him. But his politics are like so fluid, ever changing, which they should be, right? I mean, you should not be married to one idea, especially if you're presented with new facts, new information. You should be open to changing your opinion. But it seems like Charlamagne's opinions politically are based on, okay, I'm going to gauge what black people think, and then I'm going to morph my opinions to whatever the popular consensus among black people are. Back then, black people, not me, most of y'all though, were all for Hillary Clinton. So yeah, I'm with Hillary. Now you hear black people speaking out about the immigration issues that they're having in New York, Chicago, other cities, and like, yo, they're taking resources away from us. And now Charlamagne is talking about it. Now Charlamagne is more on that side, talking about immigration and this and that. It's like it's almost just a little spineless. And this is why people respect Candace Owens or a Killer Mike. Even if you don't agree with their politics, their opinion is based on their opinion. It's not changing based on what is popular or the general consensus is. To me, it seems like Charlamagne is just gauging what people think, and then that's my new thing. So I don't know why he's on CNN and Fox News, like he's a political analyst or something. But yo, this is like the worst interview of all time. So disrespectful to the audience, to the people you serve, to the communities that listen to you every day, especially for the people who are not going to be as, analytical as us and see through the BS, and who are just going to listen and be like, oh, Hillary Clinton, she's the grandma. She's like my grandma. Oh, she eats fried chicken. Okay, we're voting for it. This is how a lot of people vote. So a lot of people got duped for this. I'm glad Hillary Clinton didn't win. And I actually hope everyone who was in this interview is ashamed of this. This is the worst interview I've ever seen. All these years later, I'm making a video about it because it stays in my brain. So anyways, that's all I got for today. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.